Hey guys, it's me, Layla, the fitness astronaut, and I'm here live for my weekly talk to talk to you guys about the top things you need to do first when booking and planning your wedding, okay? So in case you don't know who I am, my name is Laila Alieh. I'm a fitness astronaut. I like to help people explore fitness as astronauts explore space. And I am so passionate about this, and it all started when I was planning my wedding and this new thing that got evolved, and that is to become a wedding fitness coach. I absolutely love it, guys. It is so much fun. And today's session, first of all, let's hit it. So that's my intro. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to get started with that, an intro spiel. But today's session, I'm going to talk to you guys about the four things you have to do all at once. There's no specific order. These are the four first things you have to do when it comes to planning your dream wedding. Okay, so the first, so I'm gonna go with my four things, and there's no particular order of how they go. There are the four things that you need to do when it comes to planning your wedding. So again, here I go. You need to get a wedding planner. I'm sorry guys, there is no way around this. I would not have been able to plan my wedding if I didn't have my destination wedding planner. Now, I'm a big fan of destination weddings, and that's on another topic we'll talk about, but I had to have my destination wedding planner. She was amazing. I absolutely loved her. I don't know what I would do without her. I mean, my mom is amazing, but let's just face it, you know, I'm the first child getting married to a non-Persian, and so I'm getting married to an American, and if you've seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that's literally how my wedding was. Mom and everyone's emotional, there's things going on, drama, hair plucking, and all that stuff. I mean, I have a lot of hair, just letting you know, I have a lot of hair. And it was just crazy. So having a wedding planner that's kind of like keeping order and on track, she was worth every single penny. And honestly, they're not that expensive as you think they are. Now, and she did an amazing job from start to the day of the wedding, and I booked her 1 week after being engaged because I had seen a lot of weddings that were just so chaotic and busy, and they were wonderful, but I just thought of my mother, and I honestly said, I do not want my mom to lift a finger for the wedding. I want her to let her go through the motions, continue to be emotional, but also not get in the way of planning my wedding. I love you, Mom. Anyways, so you need to have a wedding planner. First thing you need to book is a wedding planner. Second thing you need to book, again, this is no order, you need to get a photographer and a videographer. You need to book them. Those guys get booked a year or more in advance. The good ones, the ones that you want. And that was by far, for my wedding, it was the #1 thing in my wedding in terms of, other than my husband, other than my family and friends, I didn't care about the details to some degree, but I care about the photos, because at the end of the day, those photos are what I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna keep the cake. I'm not gonna keep the decorations. It's the photos. And I have a nice stack of wedding albums, and I'm gonna be planning on framing them because that was important to me, was the photos. So for every wedding, you need to hire a photographer. I'm sorry for you to rely on your friends to take photos and share them with you and hashtag and the same hashtag Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so wedding. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get those photos. And I can tell you this right now, I have been to some gorgeous weddings, guys, and the photographer didn't show up on time. I threatened my photographer and I told her, if you don't show up, you're dead. Like, you're dead. Like, the cake falls, that's okay. I want you to capture that. The dress rips, that's fine. I want you to capture that too. But if you don't show up to capture anything, I'm gonna lose it. So you need to have a photographer and a videographer. If you had to choose between the two, I would say photographer. If you can afford the videographer, get the videographer to come with it, because those are just precious moments. Honestly, I can't say enough about it. And you book them, and before you can plan the rest of your wedding, because you have them on lockdown. Like, this is it, you know, and you book them. So, but also, like I said, this is no order. Another thing that you have to do before you plan the rest of your wedding is to book your venue. Booking your venue is like, that sets the date of the wedding, basically. By leaving a date of your wedding, your venue is what guarantees and determines the wedding date. So you can buy a dress, you can buy all this, but if you don't have a wedding date, you can't plan accordingly. Your wedding planner would go crazy. It's like, okay, when is the wedding? When is the wedding, you know? So having a venue is crucial to set the wedding date, as well as so many other things. And I have stories about that, honestly. And yeah, so you said you have the wedding planner, photographer, videographer, and the fourth thing you need to book before you plan the rest of your wedding is you need to hire a wedding fitness coach like me, because I will help you get in shape to fit in your dress and back into your dress after your wedding. And that is to create a lifestyle change, is to make a, it's not a temporary fix. So to be able to have a wedding date, have your planner help you plan the wedding, have the venue and the photographers that are capturing your wedding, you want to feel fit and fab inside and out, body, mind, and soul for your wedding day. So you look good in the photos, you have the energy to dance on the floor, you look amazing in your dress, you don't have to worry about the bulging, the bulking, any corner that the photographer takes is going to be a great photo. And so if you're self-conscious about, you know, certain parts of your body that you want, you're not happy about, and you want to like get in shape and change it the healthy way, that's where I come in and I can help you do that. So that way we can set a date, we can create it as a mission, because I am a fitness astronaut and I like to help my bride cadets get down the aisle on time without any mishaps. So by having me as your wedding fitness coach, I can help plan out the rest of your workouts between the time that we start to the day of your wedding and even afterwards. So those are the 4 things you need to book before planning out the rest of your wedding, because honestly, this is a very stressful time in your life that you will want to enjoy the entire process, because someone told me, enjoy this moment, and you really want to enjoy this. And that's all I have to share with you about my first 4 things to do, but I have to encourage you guys, after you book those things, you need to get your dress. After that, you need to get your musician, your DJ, your caterers all in line. But the great thing is, because you have those first 4 things taken care of, which are the most high priority items, critical moments of the entire process, you can find your dress, because you can go to different areas. There's no competition on getting that dress and making sure that you have that dress and no one else does, because let's face it, the dress can be duplicated multiple times. And you can go to different places to buy the dress. The DJ, the caterers, the seamstresses, etc. And I can go more in depth above that. More in depth. I have met people, honestly, that I hate to say this, I met this one person, I'll never forget it. I was with someone helping them with their wedding, and I saw a gentleman sit down on the table. He had his notes and everything down there, and someone said to him like, wow, you're so organized, you're so, I love that you're the groom. The groom was with all the wedding planning books, and he said, the reason why I'm planning the rest of this wedding is because I fired my wedding planner today. I said, what do you mean? And he said, she forgot to book the venue. What does that mean? The wedding date was never set. That means chaos is in effect. That affects so many deadlines. I'm sharing that story with you guys because that is crazy. It's amazing how things can go out of whack when you don't have those first 4 areas booked and solid and engraved before you plan the rest of your wedding, because you can find mishaps in other areas that can be replaceable. But when wedding date and your photographer, your venue, and your health is at risk, you're really going to have a hard time enjoying this wedding. So that's all I have to share with you today on my top 4 things that you need to book before planning the rest of your wedding. I have a question for you, and I leave this question to everybody at the end of this thing, and I change it up, and that is for you. And I'm really curious, please comment below, what was the most important thing to you when it came to planning your wedding? Because I love to know, because I'm only my own person. I only planned a wedding for myself, but I like to know what other things were important to you in your wedding, because I need to know that. And it's important that, because everyone has something important to them. They may not be these 4 things, but it could be the majority of everyone else. But I'm just curious, honestly. So please share below if you'd like to get some tips and tricks on how to live an active minimalistic lifestyle, as well as learn how to be more health and fit. Please comment, leave your email address below. I would love to address that to you any way I can. And stay active and keep going. And thanks again for watching. Take care.